throughout the lockdown and now especially during Women's Month, there has been an emphasis on gender-based violence in South Africa. It's a daily challenge. The Circle of Global Businesswomen is a worldwide network, and the local arm has revealed an emergency safety response they hope will make an impact. They've started putting plans in place for a mobile rapid response solution that gives an alert to the nearest 5 armed response vehicles within your area via a call center. This immediately directs the closest response vehicle to your emergency. Sindiswa Mzamo, president of the Circle of Global Businesswomen, joins us now. Sindiswa, thank you so much for your time. Now, the Circle of Global Businesswomen believes in the upliftment of women, particularly in leadership roles. What are your thoughts about the advancement of women, or lack thereof, in South Africa's business fraternity, and how is your network assisting that?
Thank you very much for giving us, as the Circle of Global Businesswomen, this opportunity to actually talk about leadership issues across the South Africa corporate. We have seen a lot of improvement when you're talking about women empowerment in the corporate space. For example, I can talk about the women in electricity, the energy sector. I come from that sector. I'm the former group CEO for Edison Power. We have seen a lot of women being appointed in positions of influence. So there is a change in terms of leadership role. But what I want to emphasize is that we're actually encouraging men to play a critical role in terms of leading the role of women in the sector, so that they actually assist women by clearing or by making sure that they create an enabling environment for women to thrive in the corporate environment. As the Circle of Global Businesswomen, we are also working very closely with our women, because we are saying that they cannot aspire for women leadership positions and yet they're not empowered. We have partnered with Directors Association. At the moment, we've got a program that is training 12 women to be ready to serve on boards in South Africa.
All right, now let's focus specifically on your solution. We've seen an increase in femicide and gender-based violence in South Africa over the past few years. Tell us a little bit more about your solution, specifically how it will work.
Thank you very much for the opportunity as well. This is really exciting for us as the Circle of Global Businesswomen. We are actually working very closely with our corporate member, Chura and Aura, to actually make sure that this advancement of technology is not only for corporate women, but this advancement of technology is also assisting women in South Africa. Because when the president announced that the gender-based violence is a pandemic, as the Circle of Global Businesswomen, we took that initiative as a women organization, because we believe that we are our sisters' keepers. It's for women, by women, because we serve women, and we cannot serve women that are dying because of gender-based violence, and we serve and we fold our arms. And how this works, it's a rapid response solution, which is essentially the concept of an emergency response vehicles, like an Uber concept, which is an activation in terms of the emergency. And it typically takes 3 to 6 minutes in terms of the security response of where you are to get help.
Now, one would argue that your solution could be described as a short-term strategy to end gender-based violence, and that the focus should be more on to entrench accountability to the perpetrators by enforcing tougher sentences. How will you rope in government and other societies at large in support of this initiative, and how will you, more importantly, make it long-term?
This is a long-term strategy for us as the Circle of Global Businesswomen, because this solution, it's not only ending during COVID, it's actually working post-COVID in your public spaces, in your workspaces, driving your cars, because we're also looking at hijackings. The system works as well when you are attacked or driving your car. And at the moment, we are actually working with critical stakeholders. You know, what COVID has taught me? COVID has taught me that we need to work in collaboration, which is private sector, civil society, and government. We are, at the moment, in a process of engaging government to make sure that we work very closely with government, so that this solution is a solution that is sustainable to our communities, in particular our women.